Welcome, namaste. I am Marije, one of Studio B's mindfulness teachers and yoga teachers. Today I am sharing with you a Yin Yoga practice as a method to learn to manage strong emotions. And in this practice, we'll begin to investigate that by paying attention to the physical sensations that you may be aware of in the different poses that we'll practice. So let's come to lie down first. And find your way on your back, bending your knees, bringing the soles of your feet together. And let it be a nice, comfortable, wide shape of the legs, so the legs are not very close to the body. Nice butterfly shape here with your body resting on the floor, arms resting by your sides. And take a nice deep breath in and a complete breath out. You're welcome to close your eyes if you like, or keep them open if you prefer. Pausing here for a moment. Noticing how your body is making contact with the ground. Notice your feet touching the ground. Your buttocks. Notice your shoulder blades on the ground. Your hands. Your arms. Notice the back of your head resting. Can you allow your body to become really heavy here? As if you're sinking through the floor. So your body can completely relax. And place your hands to rest on your lower belly. And begin to notice the gentle movement of your belly as you're breathing. You may notice a rising of the belly on your inhale and a falling of the belly as you exhale. Then see if you can adjust your breathing so that you're breathing in for the count of 4 and out for the count of 6. In for 4 and out for 6. And how fast you count is up to you. But see if you can make your breath slightly slower than your regular breath. 4 in, 6 out. 4 in, 6 out. And a few more rounds of breath in this rhythm. your nervous system as you switch from sympathetic to parasympathetic nervous system. Coming more into contact with your body and all the sensations that can be felt in it. As you return to your natural breath, notice how you feel right now. And you may notice already some sensations building around your hips and the groin area. And so just notice that for one more breath. And slowly, slowly straighten your legs, arms resting by your sides. Notice if you feel any effects from this first shape, anything feels different in your hips or somewhere else in your body. And then slowly bend your knees and roll to your side. And carefully come up, coming onto your hands and knees. And if your knees are a little sensitive, you could use a blanket or something soft underneath your knees, whatever you have. If you have blocks, yoga blocks, or something that could function like that, take those and put them at the top of your mat, the highest setting. If you don't have them, don't worry, you can also do this without. Step your right foot forward between your hands, so the knee is straight over the ankle. Then slide your back knee, the left knee, a little bit back, not too far, but just enough that you feel some sensation here in the front of the left hip, in the front of the thigh. If you have blocks, you may like to use them, coming up a little more with the upper body, resting hands on the blocks. If you don't have blocks, feel free, you can keep your hands on the floor, maybe even making fists like this so your arms are a little longer. And then see if you can let your legs go here, so you're not engaging your muscles at all. You're not trying to get any deeper into this shape, but you simply allow the weight of your pelvis to hang and be suspended between the front and the back leg. And see if you can bring your awareness, your attention into your body. Noticing where you feel the most sensation right now. Maybe in the front of your left hip, the front of your left thigh, the quadriceps, maybe in the groin area, perhaps the right hamstring. There's no right or wrong here as long as there are no sharp pinching sensations. If there are, please make your pose a little less deep. And just noticing if the sensations are staying in that same place or if they're moving around. And also notice if there are any sensations elsewhere in your body that you weren't aware of before. And then also notice some parts of your body where you don't feel any sensation, or where the sensation is more neutral. Maybe where you feel some space or some softness, or just nothing in particular. And notice that both exist at the same time. The strong sensations in some part of your body, and then very mild or neutral sensations in other parts of your body. And see if you can shift your mind back and forth between sensation that is strong and sensation that is mild or neutral. And then take one more breath here. As you exhale, press into your hands slowly and carefully. Move your hips back. And so you can straighten the front leg a little bit, maybe all the way, flexing the front foot perhaps. And just a brief respite after this dragon pose. And then very carefully walk your hands a little closer to your body so that you very carefully can sit down on the inside of your left foot, and then bring your left foot out in front of you. And then cross the right knee, the one that was just in front, over the left knee. And if you can, bend the left knee as well, so both knees are bent. If that doesn't work, feel free to keep the left leg straight and just the right leg on top. Most important here is to keep both sits bones level on the floor. Your feet are somewhere by the side of your hips. And then depending on your body, maybe you can come forward just a little bit. You can lean into your hands. Maybe you come forward a little more. Maybe you come forward all the way. Perhaps your chin rests on your knee. Or perhaps you want to use a block if you have one, or a cushion to support your head. And so no matter where you are in this shape, pause again. Allowing your sits bones to connect with the ground. Imagine that your outer hips are melting. And see if you can really allow yourself to surrender into this shape. And then again, become aware of the sensations in your body. Probably the right outer hip, or the groin area, maybe both hips. So just take a moment to become a little more specific where you feel the most sensation right now. And can you notice these sensations as if they were guests at a party? But it's quite a large party, and you don't have time and the ability to greet every single guest individually. However, you are aware of their presence. And and how altogether they are part of your experience. And so same here, as you're in this shape, can you just notice these sensations in your body? And allowing them to be there without engaging with any one of them in particular. And take 2 more breaths. Slowly, slowly come back up. And lean back into your hands so you can unfold your legs. Slowly slide your legs out in front of you and roll down onto your back, resting there for a moment. Now notice what kind of sensations you are aware of now. So the sensation will probably have a completely different quality, perhaps more a sensation of flow or tingling or openness. You may also notice a difference between your right and your left side. Bend your knees again, slowly rolling to your side and carefully coming back up. Coming onto your hands and knees again, using your padding under your knees if you like. This time step your left foot forward between your hands. The knee lands out just over the ankle. And the back knee, the right knee, slides back just enough to feel some interesting sensation. Not too much, but not too little either. And again, if you have blocks, you're welcome to use your blocks. If you don't, you can just keep your hands on the floor, maybe make spider fingers on your fingertips or make fists like that. So your choice. The legs are relaxed again, so no muscular engagement in the legs. Noticing on this side where you feel the most sensation. And then pick one sensation that stands out to you most. As if it were this one guest at your party you decided that you really wanted to talk to. And notice where that sensation is exactly. And acknowledge it. And then as you engage in a conversation with this guest, just like that, begin to investigate that sensation that you picked. How big is it? Is it changing in size? Does it have a specific shape? Does it have a color? Does it have a sound? What else can you become aware of about this strong sensation, this guest at your party that you really would like to get to know a little better? What else is there to learn? And as you're having this conversation, as you're having this connection with this sensation, you may notice that it's changing. That it doesn't stay the same all the time. That perhaps it comes and goes. Or that it changes location. Or that it is becoming a little less intense. Or perhaps more intense. So just notice that whatever you're finding, that one thing is for sure, that the sensation is not the same all the time. So a few more breaths here. Notice if the sensation is any different right now. One more nice breath in. And on your exhale, press into your hands slowly and carefully. Bring your hips back. Straighten the front leg any amount. Maybe flex the foot. Notice your breath. Walk your hands a little further back. Carefully sit down on the inside of your right foot and bring the right leg out in front of you. Then cross the left knee over the right. The knee that was just in front is on top. And you're welcome to stay here or fold the right foot back as well. So both knees are bent, feet next to your hips, knees are stacked. So your choice, as long as both sits bones can stay on the floor. Straightening the right leg is perfectly fine. Then take a nice breath in. And on your exhale, walk your hands out in front, maybe just a little bit. Maybe a little more. Maybe even further. Whatever feels appropriate for your body today without forcing it, but just so that you do feel some sensation. And then become still again. Noticing where you feel sensations right now. The reason why it is so effective to practice noticing sensations in your body, especially when you're in yin poses like this that do elicit strong sensations, is that in this way you will learn to pay attention to what is there inside. And so you can apply this same method to emotions or feelings that come up. Sometimes when we get angry, it may seem like we are the anger, that we are completely angry and that there is nothing else. We may get completely overwhelmed, or when we feel sad, it may feel like it will never go away. But then, when you start to investigate, when you inquire within that anger, you may realize that first of all, the anger actually sits in a particular spot in your body. And then you may also notice that besides that very strong emotion of anger stuck in one place of your body, there may be other parts of your body that feel just fine. And that realization in itself will give you some space. And if you then investigate that anger a little more in detail, You may notice that the anger intensifies and lessens a little bit, that it may change in shape, it may change in color, it may change even in the place where it's sitting in your body. So when you're giving the anger some attention in that way, it will become much more manageable and you won't feel completely controlled by it. So take one more breath here and slowly come up. Lean back into your hands behind you, carefully unfold your legs. And then bringing your feet a little wider than your hips, maybe as wide as your mat, then carefully let your knees move a few times from side to side. And then let your knees stay up, extend your legs. And once again, lie down on your back, resting your head, arms by your sides, or you can rest on your belly if you prefer. Allow your eyes to close. And just notice that just like snow in the sun, the strong sensations that were there earlier have completely disappeared now and have transformed into something different. Maybe you simply feel looser in your hips. Maybe you feel some more space there. Perhaps you're aware of increased blood flow. Maybe overall you feel a little more alert. So just notice what is true for you right now in this moment. What are you aware of inside your body? And then take a nice deep breath in. And a complete breath out. Slowly bend your knees. And carefully roll to your side. And then slowly come back upright to a seated position of your choice, however you like to sit right now. Just for another moment, close your eyes. Notice how your body feels right now. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. It's a gesture of appreciation and gratitude. And then slowly open your eyes. And so may you use this practice as a method to learn to manage strong emotions by first paying attention to sensations in your body and noticing that even though at first things may seem overwhelming, that they are ever changing. That nothing stays the same. And So may this be of help. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.